Hello everyone, good morning.
Hi, Ankit.
Good morning, Ankit.
Hi, Ankit. Good morning.
Good morning. Are you guys able to see my screen?
Yes, Ankit.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so today's agenda is mainly discussing the questions related to projects, right? I hope you were able to all attempt it and able to solve the questions, right? So we have a total of 10 questions. Are you guys able to solve all the questions, or specifically you want to discuss all the any question? Okay, so let's start with exploring the data set. So when you build a portfolio project, before starting and solving all these 10 questions, you should write some queries, right? And explore data set. Okay, so this data set I downloaded from Kaggle. You would have already explored it. I'm not going to go to the website, but let's see what we have in the data set. Okay, so this is my credit card transaction history. Okay, so whenever you have data set, just try to expose it. What are the different fields? What are the different values, so that you will get some gist of the data, right? Before starting your analysis. So for example, we can see what is the what transaction dates are there, right? For which year we have the data. So we can just quickly do minimum of transaction date and maximum transaction date. So we will get what is the range of data we have, right? So if I execute it, we have data from 2013 to 2015, right? So you can put these analysis, right? So it is from 2013 to 5 2015. Okay, let's see what else we have. Uh, okay, so we have other columns like card type. So we have different kinds of card type. So let's see what we have. Okay, let me put this in another query. Um, okay, so let's do distinct card type. So we have 4 kinds of card type, right? Silver, signature, gold, and platinum. Okay. What else we have? We have expense type, right? Let's see what are the expense type we have. Expense type, right? So we have these expense types, right? Entertainment, food, bills, 6 different kind of expense types. Okay. What other columns we have? We have gender, male, female, and then we have amount. So as such, nothing. And city, I think we have various cities. So let's check quickly. Select. Okay, so we have around 986 rows. So we have almost all the cities from India. Okay, so this is basically basic queries, 4 or 5 queries. First, you can write, you can tell about data, what this data is. It is credit card, transaction history. We have different kind of card type. You can make a narrative basically in your project, right? Some 5-10 lines of narrative you can write, and then you can start solving the questions, right? So if we go to the questions, let's start from the first one. It says write a query to print top 5 cities. And you, also when you create a project, you can mention that you downloaded the data set from kaggle.com. You can put the link and all. So it will be good to show. Okay. So let's start with the first question. Write a query to print top 5 cities with highest spends and their percentage contribution of total credit card spend, right? So basically what we are expecting is, let's say we have, let's say 986 cities we saw, right? And total spend is 100, right? So we have to find what are the top 5 cities first of all, right? So maybe top 5 cities would have been, let's say, A, B, C, D, E. So first we have to find what are the top 5 cities, okay? And then their percentage contribution of total credit card spend. So if total is 100 and this guy has done 10, 9, right, 8, 7, 6, okay? So we have to tell this guy has done 10%, 100 of 10 of 100, 10 out of total expense of 100 is 10%, right? This is 9, 8, 7, 6, right? So this is how we have to do. So let's see how we can do. So first of all, what I have to do, I have to get city-wise total spend. Let me copy paste it here on itself. Okay. Okay, so this is our first question. So for this, first of all, we need city-wise total spend, right? So I will say select city, sum of amount as total spend from credit card transactions grouped by city, right? So this will give me city-wise total spend. Now, what I need to do, first of all, I need to get it the total amount, right? What is the total amount? I have to get it first, right? Also, I need to rank them so that I can find top 5, correct? So let's do it. So we need two things. One is we need total amount so that I can find percentage. Second, I need top 5. So for that, I need rank, or I can use top 5 also, right? So let's do it. I will say it as city, right? Let's say city 1 as this. Okay, so this is my city wise. If I say okay, and then I will say total spend, or okay, total spend is fine. Select sum of amount. I can just say sum of amount. I can just directly take from the credit card transactions also, right? I need a overall amount. That's it. And then I need to find select star from CT1, right, and order by total spend. And if I say top 5 star, I will get the top 5, right? Let's do it. So these are my top cities. Sorry, I have to do it in descending order. I can do ranking also using window functions, but this is also fine because I need at overall level, right? So these are my cities with highest spend, top 5 cities. Now I have to find percentage of overall, right? So I will say city. Sorry, it is. And then I will say total spend divided by total amount, right? This total amount will come from where? It will come from total spend. So I will say CT1, comma, this. So I don't have to put any joint condition here, right? Because this total spend is only a one row, right? So I just want this row to repeat, right? Overflow data type int. Okay. Can we make it big int? First. Let's try this. We are not able to convert it to int because this amount is becoming very high, right? So let me do this. I will convert the inner one to big int. So big int is like 64 bit and int is 32 bit. So let's try this one. Did you guys also got this issue?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's try this. Yeah, now it is fine. So what I've done, I'm converting amount to big int. So it was int, and after aggregation also, it was converting into, I mean, giving it as int. So int has a limitation, it is not fitting. So I'm converting it to big int. So I first converted into big int and then doing aggregation. So it is working. Okay. So this is my total spend. So I'm just saying CT1, comma total spend. So this row, this query is giving just one row. Okay. And I just want this to repeat for every row, right? So there is no join condition. There is no cross product also cross join because there is only one row from here, right? So it will just come here, right? So if let me run this first. Okay. MBS column name total spend, why? Why it is ambiguous?
Order by total amount. So total spent is the table name.
No, here total spend is there, right? Shouldn't be the issue. No, let's see.
Star is not needed, I guess.
Oh, top 5 CT1 dot star. I got it. Okay. Yeah. So when I say star, it is basically coming 2 times. Okay. Total spend is not required here, right? Okay. Now it is fine. Yeah. Okay. So if you see, this total amount is repeating. Why? Because I have not given, first of all, any join condition. Because there is only one row. So each of this row is getting joined to each of this row of the CT1, right? Is this thing clear? So this CT is returning only one row, right? There are no 2 rows. So when I'm joining here, I'm not giving any condition, just comma this. So this row is just repeating just there for each of the row of the CT1. Are we good here? Any doubt on this point? How I'm using it?
Repeat it.
Anyone? Anyone?
No,
Are we
fine.
good here?
Can you please explain it again?
Yeah, let me explain it again. 1 second. Okay, so from the first CT, we got this, right? So after doing top 5, we got this, right? So it is just on city level, I am doing aggregation of amount, that's it. Now in CT2, what I'm doing, I'm saying give me this. Okay, so what it is giving? It is giving me just one row. Now when I'm joining these two tables, right, I'm not giving any condition. So when I don't give any condition, basically this will be joined with this. This will be joined with this. So every row of this will join with every row of this, right? Let's say there was one more row here, something like this. Then what will happen? I will have total 10 number of rows. Why? Because this will join with this and this both, right? This will join with this and this both. But we have only one row, right? So this will join with everything else. So this will join with this, with this, with this, with this, with this, right? So that's how this join is working. You can even do this. Instead of this, you can say inner join this on 1 equal to 1. So this also works, right? This is the same thing. Either you give comma and don't give any condition, or you can just give inner join on 1 equal to 1. So every row of this table will join with every row of this, right? So once we got this, we can just find the ratio. Okay, let me find the ratio now. So I'll say total spend divided by total amount as percentage contribution. We are getting 0. Why? Can anyone explain this? Why we are getting 0?
So we have to convert to float.
Yeah, so integer divided by integer is 0 in sequence. So basically, if you say equal to 2 divided by 5, it will give 0. Why? 0.4 is converted into 0. Because integer divided by integer, it will always give integer. So what you have to do, you have to convert one to float or decimal. Or what you can do, you can just multiply it by 1.0. So when you multiply it by 1.0, it is converting into decimal internally, right? So if we run this now, it should give us the result. It is giving me now, it is 0.14, right? Or we can even multiply it by 100. So it will give us the percentage. Okay, so of the total sales, total spend, 14.15 is from Greater Mumbai, right? Around 14% is from Bangalore, 13% is from Ahmedabad, 13% from Delhi, and then we have Kolkata. Okay. And you see there are a lot of decimal places. You can just round it to 2 decimal places as well. So you can say round to 2 decimal places. Okay, so it is 14.15 now. Okay, any doubt in this question, or are we clear? Anyone? Are we good? Yes, no, put in the chat box, guys. Okay, great. Let's move on to the second question. Okay, write a query to print highest spend month and amount spent in that month for each card type. Right? I think you would have done this. Let's start from credit card transactions. So it is saying, write a query to print highest spend month and amount spent in that month for each card type. So for each card type, we need to know that which month there was highest sale. So for gold, platinum, which month was the highest sale, right? and how much spent was there. So we saw that if you see, so we have data from October 2013 to May 2015, right? So we have to find for which month there was highest sale for each card type. For gold, which month had the highest sales, right? For platinum card type, which month had the highest sale? For silver, which month had the highest sale, right? So again, we first have to do at card type level, what is the total expense, right? After that, we can do ranking and find it, right? Also, we need to know the month and year also, because we want to find the month. So at card type and month level, we have to find the total amount, right? So let me take it. And I need year and month both, because we have multiple years of data. So if I don't take year, we may combine the 2014 and 2015 January data in one data point only, which will be wrong, right? So I need year and month both. So I will say date part, year, transaction date, right? And I will say just year of transaction, let's say YT, and let me copy this as it is, right? And I need at month and transaction days at, this is my month of transaction, right? Okay. Why it is giving error?
Date part.
Okay. Fine. Okay. So I will use this in group by as well, right? Okay, great. So if I run this now, okay, so I got card type, year and month. Okay. So now what I will do, I will just do order by also, just to show something. So I will do order by on these three columns. And let's put this, no, order by I will do on card type and total spend, descending. Okay, so if you see for the gold card type, right? So I have done order by on card type and total spend. So all the card type gold will be first, right? All the rows of gold. So the gold saw the highest sale on 2015 first, right? This is the highest sale. Similarly, if we go to the next platinum, it is 2014 8, right? So I need only these rows, right? I need only those rows, the first row for each card type. So what I should do here?
So we have to select card type and maximum of total spend, then group by card type, and again we have to use join between the two CTE.
We can do ranking, right?
Yeah, so if you look at the question, write a query to print highest spend month and amount spent in that month. So if I take max, I will not get year and month, right?
So then on the third, sir, in CT2 we are taking card type and maximum of total spend and doing a group by card type. And again, I am using a join
Okay.
between the CT1 and CT2 way on
Got it.
card type and
Got it.
total spend
Got
equals to
it.
maximum.
Got it. So you are saying on card type, first we will get the maximum amount in one
Yes,
CD,
yes,
right?
sir.
And join it back.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. But the second thing we can do is we can find a rank also, right? So I can say, let me put this way, with CTS. Okay. Let me comment the order by, it is not required. Okay, so I will say select star, comma, rank, right, over partition by. So what I'm saying, I need to partition by data on card type, right? So for each card type, I want different rank, right? And then say order by total spend, right? This is my total spend as RN from CT, right? So what will happen? Let's run this. Also, this should be in descending order because I want the highest one. So if I do descending, the highest one will be the first row. You see, this has got rank 1, right? For gold, this is rank 1 where the total spend is highest. Again, for platinum, this is the highest one, right? So rank 1, right? Again, for signature, and that is why I have to do the partition by, because for each card type, I want separate rank. For each card type, I should get rank 1 for the highest sales month, highest spent month, right? And what I can do, I can just say select start from
Where
this
Rn is equal to 1.
where Rn equal to 1, and that is it. So I got those 5 rows, right? If I don't want Rn in the output, I can just mention the column names here, whatever columns I need. Okay, but this is how you can achieve it. Is this question clear? The solution is clear, guys? So it was very important to understand that on which column we should do partition by and what column we should do order by. In this question, that was the main thing, right? Otherwise, it is straightforward. If anyone has any doubt, please do ask. Are we good, guys? Please respond.
Yes, Shankit.
Okay. Okay. Was anyone able to solve this question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you tell me what was your approach?
Sir, I have first taken a city with selected all the column and done a sum of amount over partition by card type and order by amount with rows between unbounded preceding and current row. And
Okay.
on the second city, I have then selected all where the sum of amount is less than equals to that given amount.
Less than.
Yes, sir, less than equals to that given amount.
Okay.
And then again, I've selected all the columns and I have dense rank over partition by card type and order by sum of amount descending. And
Okay.
then again selected all the columns from that city where dense rank equals to 1.
But that will not give you this. You have done less than this, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm saying it reaches this value, but you have done less than. So you have not reached this value, right?
Sir, if I will take the sum of amount if this, sir, then it will give greater than this amount. But
Yeah. So should you use less than or greater than this amount? Okay, I'll try to tell you. But if you do less than, you understood what is the issue, right?
yes,
You are
sir.
not reaching this amount. You are reaching the previous day only, the previous transaction, not this transaction where we are reaching this much sales, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so this is 1 million spent, right? So you are saying less than this, so that will be a problem. I will tell you how to solve this. Okay, so the question is again for each card type, we have to find when it is reaching the 1 million of spent, right? So let me copy this CT itself. Okay, So now we know that we need the cumulative sum. So what we are going to do, I'll just remove all this and say star. Okay, and then sum of amount over partition by card type order by transaction date. Ascending, by default it is ascending, so it is fine. Okay, let's run this. Okay, so what it is giving, basically it is doing a running sum, right? Sum amount total spend, why it is all same? Okay, order by transaction date we are doing because this is all same date. So that is the problem, right? So one thing I can do is either I can do unbounded preceding and current row, or what I can do, I can just put here transaction ID to make it unique. Okay. Underscore ID. Okay, this should be fine, right? Or what we can do otherwise. Okay. We are saying this should be fine. This should be fine because transaction date will be increasing always, right? So we will get first transaction first. Let's run this. Okay, so we are getting running sum now, right? So this is 990,700, and then this is the aggregation of this and this, and then this is the aggregation of this and this, right? Okay, so you guys understand what was the issue earlier? I will tell you. So when the column on which you do order by, right? If there are duplicates on that, sorry, my bad. What was happening? You are doing order by on transaction date, okay? And you see all these transaction dates are same. So in that case, what happens? It will just take all the sum together till here and put it here. Again, for all the sum of this, it is putting here, right? So that is the problem. Okay. So now what I have done, I have included transaction ID as well here. So the moment I add transaction ID as well, it is making it unique, right? There are no duplicates because transaction ID is unique. First transaction ID is 1, then 2, then 3. So the combination of transaction date and transaction ID makes it unique for order by clause, and we won't get that issue. Okay. So I hope this is clear. Let me run it again. Okay. So now we are getting the running sum. Right now the question is that write a query to print the transaction details for each card type. So basically we need to print a row for each card type when it is reaching cumulative 1 million of sales. Okay, so for example, till here it has reached how much? It has reached 3 million. Okay, so we have to go back. It has reached 1 million here only, right? Isn't it? Okay, I have not done order by. I think order by card type we have to do. Wait. Order by card type. Card type is fine. It is already ordered. So is it like so much sales is there in one day itself, right? Okay, I should have taken a bigger amount. Anyway, it is reaching on the second transaction itself. It is reaching 1 million sales, right? So I need this row basically for gold card type, right? This is not required. Let's go to the next card type. Platinum, platinum, platinum. Okay, if you look at the platinum, yeah, let's look at the platinum. So platinum is reaching on this transaction, right? On this transaction, it is reaching 1 million sales, isn't it? Are you guys able to follow me? So I am doing a cumulative sum, right? 22,052, then this one, then this one, then this one, then this one, and this one. So basically, I need this row for platinum because here it is reaching 1 million of sales, right? Again, if we go to the next one, let's go to the next one. Signature. Okay. Signature is, if you see, okay, so signature is starting from here, and on the second transaction itself, we are reaching 1 million row. So I need second transaction of the signature, and similarly for the fourth one, right? Silver one. Okay, is question clear? Can you all put in the chat box? Is question clear what we are trying to do? Guys, please respond. So we are trying to find the transaction when we are reaching 1 million cumulative sum for a particular card type. So what I have done for each card type, I am doing a cumulative sum, right? Based on the transaction date and transaction ID, right? And so I am getting a cumulative sum. Now what will happen? So if I say select star from CT where total spend is less than 1 million, right? So what will be the issue? I will not be reaching on the transaction where we reached 1 million, right? So if I run this, I will get only this row, right? For gold card type, I will not even get this row because this is more than 1 million, right? But I need this row basically for gold card type. So if I run this now, you see, if you see for the gold one, I am getting only the first row, then platinum is starting, right? So that is the problem. Again, for platinum also, I am getting this row, but I'm not getting the row which for where we were reaching 1 million, right? So that is the problem here, right? That is the problem. What I will do, instead of that, I will say give me greater than. Okay, I'll say give me greater than 1 million, greater than or equal to, right? So I will get row starting from where we reached 1 million, right? So for example, for gold, we reached 1 million on this transaction, right? So basically now I can say I need the first transaction from each gold type, card type, right? I need first transaction for each card type now onward. So I'm getting only the rows from where the cumulative sum is greater than or equal to 1 million, right? And now I will say, give me the first row from this data for each card type. And this will solve my issue.
So we can do rank, right?
Now we can do rank, correct.
Hmm.
After putting this filter, right, I can say, give me rank 1 based on total spend, isn't it?
So inside of, after total spend, so after rank, then where total spend greater than or equal to, like that, we cannot able to do it, right?
No, that we cannot do, right? We don't need rank 1. We need rank 1 only after we reaches 1 million
Total
of
spend.
transaction,
Okay.
right? So we will first put that filter that
Okay.
cumulative sum is greater than or equal to this, then give me rank 1, isn't it?
Yes.
So this is a very tricky question. Order by total spend, ascending or descending? Quick.
Descending.
Sure.
Test descending only it will come, right?
Anyone else? It should be ascending or descending?
It will be ascending, sir, because we have to take the least one.
Right. It will be
Yes,
ascending,
yes,
right?
yes,
We want the first transaction
yes.
when it reaches the cumulative sum. So I will take ascending so that the lowest one will get rank 1, right? And then I will say select start from this A where Rn equal to 1. Why it is taking so long? Hmm. Okay, so we got the data, right? So for gold card type, this is the transaction where we reaches 1 million of cumulative sales. For platinum, this is the transaction where we reaches 1 million. This is showing me total spent, right? And again, for silver, this is the low. Okay. Are we good? This is a little bit tricky questions. So yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next question if there are no doubts.
Yes, sir, I have sent sir my approach for questions. Sir, can you please look into this, sir? That, sir, if I in the chat box.
Okay. Yeah, so you are doing less than equal to, right?
Yes, sir, but the all, sir, is the other things correct, sir? If I will do there greater than equal to, then, sir.
Then you just need to change it to descending to ascending.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Then it becomes the same query, right?
Okay. Sir. Okay.
Yeah. So understood. So what he's doing, so he is doing cumulative sum, right? 9. Same cumulative sum. Instead of using transaction ID, he's doing rows between unbounded preceding and current row, which is also fine, right? And then Nayan is doing less than equal to 1 million. The problem is we will not reach the 1 million transaction, right? So we will be one transaction behind the 1 million. That will be the issue. So if we change it to greater than equal to 1 million and order by some ascending, it will solve the issue. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Next question is write a query to find city which had lowest percentage spent for gold card type. So each city has done some spent on different card types, right? So let's do this. Select the start from credit card transactions. Okay. So for each city, there is some spent on each card type. Let's find that out. So we'll say city card type. Okay. And sum of amount as amount, let's say, group by city and card type. Okay. So what we are seeing for each city, let me sort it by this. Okay. So for example, this city, okay, Achalpur, it has done this much sales for gold, this much transaction on platinum, this much transaction on signature, and this much transaction on silver, right? So we need to find for the gold card type, right? What is the percentage of total transactions, right? Similarly for this, what is the percentage of gold card transaction out of total spend on this city, right? And then we have to find lowest percentage spend for gold card type. So we will find the percentage, that how much percentage of total spend is on gold and which city has the lowest. Okay. Are we clear on the question? So for example, this card is done, let's say this is 67,000, 17,000, 54,000 and 20,000. So this comes to 74, 90, around 1,50,000, right? So out of 1,50,000, 67,000 or 6,79,000 is on this one. So this is 6,79,000, 1 lakh, it will be around 8 lakh, and then 13 lakh, 15 lakh. Okay, out of 15 lakh, right, 6 lakh is on gold, which means around 40% of the transaction this city has done on gold, right? Similarly, for second city, I will find that out of total spend, how much percent is on gold, right? And then we have to find which city has the lowest percentage spend on gold card type. Okay. I hope the question is clear. So let's do this. So I have found out the total sum first of all, right? For each city and card type. Let me make it as a city. With city as this. Okay. Or another thing I can do is in this city only I can find the spent on gold also. Let's do that within this city first. Okay. How we will do? So I will say case when card type equal to gold, right? Then amount and as gold amount, right? And let's run this. Okay, so I'm getting gold amount. Let's take this. Okay, so if you see, I have got the gold amount here, right? Everything else is null, isn't it? So I have the gold amount, and this is the all the amount. So for only gold amount, I'm getting the value, everything else is null. Right? So this is my gold amount, and this is the normal amount. So this is amount value I'm getting for each card type, and only in case of gold amount, I'm getting this value, everything else is null. Right? So now what can I do? I can just remove order by is not required. Select city, right? And then what I can do, I have to find ratio of total gold amount divided by total amount. So I will say sum of gold underscore amount divided by amount, sum of amount, right? Again, what I will do, I will just do multiply by 1.0 so that I don't get the zero value from city group by city, right? And I will do order by, let's say, as ratio gold ratio. Right? And let's run it. Something is not right again. Okay, for some of the cities, I think the gold is not there at all, right? For some of the cities, I think gold is not there. Okay, so we will not consider those cities. Let's check the data quickly. So
In the
let's
sum
check.
amount, I think we have to use by amount because we are taken from city. We have to take by
Sorry,
area. Sorry,
go again.
sorry. In place of sum of amount, we have to use only amount because we have to use the alias because we are taking from city.
Sorry, I'm not able to hear you. So what I'm saying, let's see. Where city equal to, let's say Kavali. Okay. And let's do distinct card type. If you see, there is no transaction for gold, right? That's why when I do this, it is coming as null because there is no transaction for gold for this city, isn't it? So what we can do, we can just filter out those cities because there is no transaction. So let's take it out. So I will say from city, and because I have to do filter on aggregation, having sum of gold amount, right? So I don't want those cities where there's none of the transaction is of gold, right? Is not null. So I will take them out and then I will check the ratio. Okay. So now this is the answer. So this city has the lowest ratio where the spend was gold, right? So I can just say, give me top one. So the question is, write a query to find city which has lowest percentage spent for gold card type. So this is the city, Damtari, right? I can say top one and I will get the answer. So this is the answer, Damtari. There are some cities where there's no spent on the gold card type. So we have just removed those cities from the equation using this, right? Because if there is not even a single transaction, this total of gold amount will be null, right? So we just take it out, and then on the rest of the city, this is the city which is spent lowest on gold. It is close to 0.3%.
Ankit, I had a question here.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Having sum of gold amount is not null, right? So can we remove this statement and whenever we are getting the null transactions, so we can replace it by zero value, right? Giving NVL of
Yeah,
that,
we can do zero. We can do zero.
Yeah.
But the thing is, then there will be multiple cities with zero, right?
yeah, I mean, I don't want to see the null value. I want to see as a zero, but I want to remove this is not null, this statement. Yeah. So
So
remove this
what
statement.
we can do then amount L0. Okay. So it will give me zero, right?
Yeah.
And then I can say not equal to zero. If you want to use this, you can do this. If you don't do this, what will happen? Let me show you.
Can I use NVL function here?
NVL also we can use. Yeah. NVL also we can use. But I think in SQL Server we don't have NVL, so you can use isNull or coalesce function.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Okay.
Okay. So you are getting Shikhar pool because gold ratio is zero, right? If I remove top one, there will be multiple cities where this is zero, right? So there are multiple cities. So I just filtered out those cities and then checking which has the. Okay.
If coalesce function is working here in SQL Server.
Yeah, coalesce works. Yes, coalesce works.
So we can use police, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
you can skip this and use coalesce also here. This is also fine.
Yeah.
Okay, we are getting 0.
yeah. Thank you, Ankit.
I just
Got the
put
answer.
back having condition, having. Let's remove this. I think this is not required for this question. Okay, so this is the answer basically. You want to convert it to 0, you can convert, but it is not necessary when you can put is not null condition, right?
Also, if I want to check the count which is greater than 1, if to find out whether duplicates are there or not in this query, for that
Greater than
gold
1.
download. Yeah,
Greater than 1 won't be possible, right? A city can do all the transaction on gold, then it will be 1, right? How can it be greater than 1?
no, I am talking about which city is having more than 1. I mean like that. Like we have having
Okay,
the
number
count
of transactions you are
yeah,
telling.
yeah.
So basically in the CT, we are taking everything, right? We are not filtering because we need a total sum also, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Another thing we can do, we can create one more column here. But it is the same thing, right? If I take count or if I say this thing, it is same.
I mean, can we use 2 times having having transactions which is greater than 1 like that, something like that.
That also we can do. So what we can do, you are saying count of gold amount, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that should also work. So that will be 0, right? Yeah, that also will work.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it will be null, all the null for that, right? For those cities. So if I say
Yeah.
count, that also should work. Yeah. Yeah, this also works. So this is the same answer we are getting. Yeah, that is also fine. You can take count as well. I mean, anything is fine. We can take sum of the gold amount or we can take count of. So it will be all null wherever gold amount is not there, right? So if I take count, the null is not counted, right? So it will be 0 always. So we can say greater than 0, then also it will filter. Yeah.
Got it. Ankit.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Are we good here? Any other doubt? Let me check the chat
Ankit,
box.
I have one doubt, not
Yeah.
regarding this. Like, if we have to apply multiple conditions on having, so one
Mhm.
condition is applied, that is okay. Second, if I want to put, so I have to take and then I have to write condition, right? Is it like
Right.
where we like
Right.
writing where condition, right?
Right, exactly same like this gold amount. Let's say I want to put for some reason, I can put like this.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, but it has to be aggregated value because you are doing in having, right? Or it has to be column which is in the select clause. You cannot put anything else in the having.
Okay.
Okay.
No, whichever is in select clause, that I can take in where, no, like city,
Yeah.
I can take in where. So
Yeah, right. There's no need of doing it in having. So better to do it in where clause. But if
like
you are
any arithmetic calculation, I have to take in having, right?
aggregated,
Or
you should do
somewhere.
aggregated, the filter on aggregated value, you should do in having, right?
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the fifth question. Fifth question is write a query to print 3 columns, highest expense type and lowest expense type. Okay. So this question, what it says is write a query to print these columns, city, and then where we had the highest expense and where we had the lowest expense, right? Expense type. So for example, in Delhi, this is not the right answer. I'm just telling that in Delhi, we might have the lowest expense on bills, right? Sorry, highest expense on bills and lowest expense on fuel, right? That is possible, correct? So we have to write a query and find that each city has done where highest expense and where lowest expense, right? So we have different expense types. So if we see select distinct expense type from credit card transactions, right? So we have different 6 types of expenses, right? Now we have to find, let's say for Delhi, in which expense type there was maximum spent, right? So if it is food, then we will say food, right? Let me take example itself. Okay, so I'll say select city, comma, sum of amount and expense type from okay, then group by okay, order by city and expense type. So if I run this, okay, let me do as total amount. Let me do on this one. Okay, so if you see this Anchalpur, okay, so Anchalpur has done expenses on entertainment, fuel, bills, grocery, right? So the lowest expense they have done on entertainment, right? And highest they have done on grocery, right? If we check this one, right, Adilabad, they have done lowest expense on food and highest expense on bills, right? So what I want in output, I want Anchalpur. Then lowest expense type is entertainment. So I want this in output, entertainment, and then add by grocery like this. Similarly, for second city, Adilabad, I want Adilabad, then where they have done lowest transaction, food, right? And where they have done highest transaction, which is bills, right? So this is how I want the output. Is question clear, guys? Just give me a second, I will get my charger. Yeah, I'm back. Is question clear? Anyone has any doubt on the question? What is the expectation? Please respond yes, no. Question is clear or not?
Yes.
Okay, great. So let's move on to the solution. So what we need? Definitely we need the aggregation at city and expense type, which we have done already from this, right? So let me keep this down. Okay. So this is done. First step is done, that we have at city and expense type, what is the total amount, right? So let me put this as a city. Again, within city, order wise not required, right? It will anyway give error. Because within city, if you run order by, it will give you error. It doesn't work in subqueries also. In sub databases, it works, but it is of no use, because ultimately the final query result will come out, and whatever is there in inner queries, the order by in that doesn't make sense. Okay. So we have this now. So now for each city, we have to find which had the highest spent on what and lowest expense on what. So what I will do select from city right? Select the star, and I will take rank over. So I need for each city. So definitely I should do partition by on city, right? And then order by total amount descending, right? So I will say RN DESC. And then I will have one more column where I will find rank, but in reverse order by ascending. So I will say R and ascending. Okay. From CT, and let me run this. Okay, so if you see Achalpur, right, we have got rank 1 RN descending where the total amount is highest, right? And we have got RN ascending 1 where the total spent is lowest, because in RN ascending I'm doing by ascending order. So the lowest one will get rank 1, right? And when I'm doing descending, the highest one will get rank 1. Are we good? Anyone has any doubt on in this rank statement? Or anyone
Ankit,
can tell what should I do now to get the answer? Yeah, go ahead.
Ankit, yeah, actually we are using rank here, no? So what is the application? I mean, in the real-time business use scenario for dense rank. So why do we need for a dense rank here if we are using the rank? I mean, what is the real-time application?
So if you see, I will tell you. So what happens in case of dense rank, when the amount is similar, right? The next one will not, the next rank will not be skipped, right? Now in this kind of scenarios, when we are doing total aggregation or expense time, what are the chances that total amount will be same? Very less, right?
Okay.
The chances are very less that some city has done same spent on 2 expense type, right? So in our use case, rank should work, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now let's say you have some other data where there are chances of two those having the same amount. Let's say salary of 2 employees. It can be same, right?
Yes, yes.
So in those cases, you have to identify what you want to use, right? Rank or dense rank. And it is not, rank and dense rank is not something standard. I can tell you that you have to use rank or dense rank only, right? It depends on your use case. Sometimes you have to check with your business that in case of duplicates, what we should do, right? So there is no standard answer for this, that when you should do rank or dense rank. It depends on use case to use case,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It is very subjective, but when it comes, you will have the answer. You should ask the right question to the right people, that what you should do.
I mean, if we are using the dense rank, so what would be the questions we can get? Like for this question, we are giving a solution for rank, right? So what could be the question here that we are applying the rank? What could be the question? So at that scenario, we are going to use the dense rank.
That's what I'm saying. If let's say these two were a same amount for fuel and bill, okay,
Yeah.
then what rank I will get? I will get 1, 2, 2, and then 3 I will get here, right? For in case of dense rank.
Yeah.
So in case of rank, let's say in rank also, these two are same, bills and grocery. Then we will get 1, 2, 3, and 3 we will get, isn't it?
Yes, yes, yes. Yes.
Yes, so that will be a problem for again. If it is same, what we should do? Again, the question is.
Yeah.
So this question goes to the, if you are, there's an interviewer, you have to ask that if these two amounts are same, what do you want me to consider in the answer? Then they will say, okay, if it is same, consider the alphabetically, whatever comes first. Then along with the total amount, you can take expense type also in order by, right? So in case there is a clash, I will go with the first one as per alphabetical order.
Yeah, got it, Ankit. Thank you so much.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, this is just
Ankit, instead of rank, can we can use here max and min as well, right? Partition by city and the max of total amount.
We can do that, but we need the expense type, right, in the output,
Oh, yeah.
right? We don't need the amount. Getting the amount was easy. We can just do minimum or maximum of total amount, group by city. That's it. Why we have to do partition by and all? If I just needed the minimum and maximum, I will do group by city and minimum of total amount, maximum of total amount in 2 columns. It would have been a cakewalk, right?
Yes, yes. Got it.
I need the expense type of minimum amount and maximum amount. That's why I have done rank. Now, can anyone tell me how I will get this result after doing this?
Sir.
I need this.
Sir, we have to use case when.
Right, exactly. So I will say select. Let me make it as a subquery. A. I need definitely city, right? Case when Rn ascending equal to 1, then total amount, and as lowest expense type, right? Similarly, when the descending is 1, which means highest expense type. From this, right? Let me run this first and I will show you what is the next step. So if you see, for Achalpur, lowest expense type is this one. So I'm getting this value, right? Because Rn ascending was 1 for this one, right? And this one only. So what I have to do, I need just, I need not total amount. I need the expense type, right? And here also I need the expense type basically. Okay. Okay. So they had the lowest expense type on entertainment and highest on grocery, right? Is this clear? Now we are getting multiple rows. We need just one row. So we can do group by city, right? And these are, what is this? This is a string value, varchar value. So I cannot do sum or something. I can just do max. It doesn't matter. I do max or min because everything else will be ignored. So I will get just entertainment. Again, these null will be ignored. I will just get grocery, right? So if I do min max, it doesn't matter. But I can do min max on string data type. So I'm making use of that. So this is my answer. So I got city, lowest expense type, highest expense type.
Sir, I posted a query, sir, for this in the chat, sir. Sir, will this give the same output?
Let's see what is your query.
Sir, actually, I've used multiple city.
Okay, so you have done city expense type. First, you have found the aggregation. Okay, then you have found city maximum sum as max found city. Okay, then you have found minimum. Okay, then you are joining on this. Okay, this is also fine, but you understand why it is getting lengthy, right? If you
Yes,
can make
sir.
use of window functions, life becomes easy. When I was explaining you window functions, I told you that most of the queries you can solve without window functions, but that will become very complex, right? The moment you start using window functions, the queries will become simpler.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but good you tried that out, and you will slowly realize and start using window functions more and more.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay, sir.
great. Let's move on to the next question. Write a query to find percentage contribution of spends by female for each expense type. This should be the straightforward, right? Let me copy this. Sorry. Okay, so we have to write a query to find percentage contribution of spends by female for each expense type, right? So let me take this query quickly. remove this. So we need female and expense type. So basically gender, expense type, sum of amount. Okay. Okay, so let me do order by also, order by gender and expense type. Or it should be ulta. Okay, here it is fine, doesn't matter. Order by, I will take expense type first, then order by, and gender, right? Okay. So for each expense type, what I need, let me put this first, otherwise it will create confusion. Okay, so for example, in bills, okay, this much spent is done by female and this is by male, right? So I want percentage contribution. So for example, for bills, total percentage by female will be, so this is around 58%, right? Or no, 58, 32, whatever, 58, whatever number is there, divided by total spent, it will be around 90. So this percentage I want basically, right? So can someone tell me how I do that?
Sir, first I have taken a EXP type and then sum of amount, where gender equals to female group by expense type.
Okay.
And then in the second city, I have selected expense type and sum of amount group by expense type.
Okay, fine. That is fine. But is there any other way, simpler way?
We can do like a sum of case when on the gender and then sum the amount and then divide by the sum of spend by gender and the expense.
Exactly. So what I can do it directly here. So I'll say from credit card group by this. Let me take it here. So I want expense type in the output definitely, right? Because for each expense type I want. So I will just do this. Okay. I'll remove gender. I don't need gender in the output. Okay. And I will say sum of amount divided by sum of amount. Here I will say case when gender equal to F, then amount, right? Else 0 end, right? So numerator, I will get total value only for gender female. Otherwise, I am doing 0. In denominator, I am getting total amount, isn't it? What do you guys say? Are we good here? I will get 0, right? Again, so I need to multiply it by 1.0. Right? If we have to find the expense type where the total amount spent by female is highest, then we can do just descending order. Not total amount it is percentage female contribution, right? So relatively, they have done on the bills 70% of the contribution, right, of the total bills. So this again case when is very, very powerful, especially when you can use it with aggregation. Very powerful. It can just simplify your query just like nothing. So we could have written 2 cities, right? One for getting for female and then for total and then get the ratio. We had to do join and all. Here, no join, nothing. Very powerful. Are we good here? So let me show you what is happening is, let me just to a comma here, and I run this. So see, this is only by female, right? Because I have said gender is equal to female. If gender is not female, then I'm doing 0. So for male, I'm not counting here and doing aggregation. And this is total sum. Because group by is on expense type. So for each expense type, I'm getting total sum. Just don't go on the column name. Okay. And this is only by female, right? And to get the ratio, I'm just doing this, divide by, and I'm getting the answer. So this case when along with sum is very, very powerful. It can just simplify your query like anything. You cannot even imagine. Okay, are we good here? Are you guys enjoying the questions? Are these questions good? Say yes, no in the chat box. Only Mukesh is enjoying. Okay, Nayan also good. These are really good questions. What you should do, you should try it again after today's discussion. Just go back, don't look at the video, and just try yourself. Spend some time. You should be able to solve these questions. Okay. Let's go to the next question. Question number 7. Okay, after 7, 9, 10. Okay, I think there is some mistake. Yeah, fine. Okay, so question number 7. Some more people are enjoying. Great. Thanks, Adop. Rahul. Which card and expense type combination saw highest month-over-month growth in January 2014? Right? So again, we have to find our aggregation on card and expense type. Okay. And on that combination, right? We have to find highest month-over-month growth. Which combination saw the highest month-over-month growth in January 2014? So it is clear case of lead lag, right? Because I have to compare with the previous month. So I have to see that in January 2014, how much was the growth compared to the December 2013. Okay. And then I have to find growth, and I have to find then which card expense type combination saw the highest growth. Right? Let's do it quickly. So let me copy the basic aggregation from here. I need the order date part as well, right? I will just take this one. Okay. So I need card type and expense type. So I will take expense type also here. And here as well. Let me run this one. Okay. So now I need to get month-over-month growth. So what I will do, I will just take this as CT, let's CT as this, select star from CT, comma. So basically I need to check with the previous month. So I will use lag. Okay. Lag of total spend, right? Okay. Partition by. So what I need to do, I need to check for each card type and expense type. So I will say card type and expense type, right? So this is my partition by. Order by what? Year and month. So YT, comma, MT in ascending order. So for January 2014, the previous one will be December 2013. So let's see. As previous month spent. And we can run this quickly. Okay. So for example, golden bills. If you see, the first is October 2013. Okay, that is where our data started, right? So if you go here, you see the first month was 10/2013 only in our data, right? So for 10/2013, the previous month spent is nothing, right? Because this was the first month, so there is no. So we are concerned about January 2014. Let's go there. So this is my January 2014, right? For this one, what is the previous month sale? Previous one will be 2013-12, this one. So we have got here, right? Using lag function, right? So I'm saying, give me lag of total spend. So this is my total spend, right? I'm taking go back. So by default, lag is 1. I want to go 1 row up, right? So by default, it is 1. You can give 2, 3, anything. By default, it is 1, right? And how? So partition by card type and expense type. Okay, fine. And then order by YTMT, right? So we are getting previous months here, right? Now I can find the growth, right? Similarly, for any other combination, let's say gold and entertainment, right? Again, we are concerned about 2014 January, this one, right? So this is the one, and previous one is this 2013-12. We have got here. Again, we can find difference and do it. Okay, so let's do it quickly. So I will say select from, let's put it as a, you can create another city, that is also fine. Okay, and what we need, select star comma, and we have total spend, right, minus previous month spend divided by previous month spend. That's how we will get the growth, right? Okay. Also, what we can do, we can filter out where previous month spend is null. We don't need it, right? Where previous month spend is not null. So we are not looking at the first month. It doesn't make sense. There is nothing to compare. So I can say previous month spend is not null, right? And if I run this, I will get the MOM growth, right? Moreover, after this, what we need again, that problem. So I have to multiply it by 1.0, right? Also, we are concerned only for this one, right? So I will say YT equal to 2014 and MT equal to 1, right? I need to see only this one. So for each of the combination of card type and expense type, we have got month-on-month growth for the month of January 2014. Now I need the highest month-over-month growth. So I can say order by month-over-month growth descending, and I can get top one. So let me run this, and then I will run top one. So this has seen 87% growth month-on-month, gold and travel, right? So I'll just say, give me top one, and I will get gold and travel, right? It is 87% month-over-month growth. Any doubts? Any
Ankit,
doubt, anyone? Yeah.
Ankit, we used the select the top one, right? If
Yes.
we have a requirement for bottom 5, then can we replace if we have a requirement
Bottom 5.
for bottom 5? Yeah.
Yeah, so I can do ascending and do top 5, right? It will give me bottom 5 basically.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Yeah, it is actually negative growth.
Yeah,
Cool.
got it.
Sir, I've done in a different way, sir, but I'm getting different answers. Sir, can you see in the chat box, sir?
Okay, let me check it quickly. Okay, so I think you are a big fan of CTs, right? So card type, month, year, sum of amount. Where, okay, this is fine. You are just filtering on 2013 and last month, and then this is also fine. Filtering at initial level only. Good. And then you are doing lag, card type, expense type, order by year, month. Order by year and month. Okay, fine. Then you are saying where this is not null, where not LG is null. Why you are doing not LG is null? Okay, it is fine. LG is not null, or this is fine. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Then you are doing SM. This is fine, I think. Divide also you have to do, right? We have to find growth. Divide by LG also you have to do.
Okay, sir. Sir, I'm
That is the
getting
one. Yeah.
sir, I'm getting the output, sir. Platinum and grocery.
Yeah, because you are seeing exact difference. I am saying month over month percent growth. Maybe I have to write, my bad. Because you have not done this divide, right?
Okay, sir.
You have find absolute difference you are doing. I think, okay, let's do this. Month over month growth is fine. So I don't have to do this. Let's do it. Okay, so I will go as per the question. I think I wanted percentage growth, but it is fine. Okay, so let's see. And we need to do descending, right? And find top one. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so platinum grocery. Yeah,
Yes.
okay, it is right. Let it be like that, because in this also I have done highest month over month growth. But when we talk about growth, I think it is by default percent, but it is fine. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, during weekends, which city has the highest total spend to total number of transactions ratio? Okay. I think this is the easiest one of all. So I have to say select staff from credit card transactions, where date part. What I should do to get the weekend data? Quick, who will tell me?
Where weekday date in Saturday and Sunday.
In Saturday, Sunday, I should write 6 and 0, right?
Sir, we can use date name also.
Date dim.
Date name, weekday, comma date.
Okay.
Date name.
Name.
No, sir. In the place date part, we have to use date name.
Okay. Got it. Date name, weekday, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's see in the output first what we are getting, and then we will use it. Okay.
It would need like Saturday and Sunday, I think, if it is a weekday in the function.
A weekday or weekend? We are
If
saying
it-
weekend. Okay. Yeah. So we are getting Saturday, Sunday, right? With this
Yeah.
date name function. Or
But in the in
what
clause,
we
it will
can
be
do?
Saturday and Sunday.
Right. So let's see if we can do that other one. Let me check, because what happens is the filter on integer values faster than on string, right?
Okay, sir.
Instead of that, we can do date part. And if I run this, so if you see, this is an integer. So whenever you are doing a filtration, the filtration on integer is fast, right? The comparison with integers will be faster than comparison on strings, right? So if you see, for Saturday we are getting 7, and for Sunday it will be 0. Sunday it is 1. Okay, starting from 1. So Sunday is 1 and Saturday is 7. So I can say in 1 and 7, I will use date part. weekday, right? So I will get only Saturday and Sunday, right? So this way I have filtered the data of weekends. So we have only weekend data, Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday. So I don't need this. I just need it for a filter, right? Okay, what's next? So question was, let me copy it here. Question is during weekends. So weekends is done. We have filtered data weekend. Has the total spend to total number of transaction ratio? Simple. So we need city in the output and group by city, right? And I will say total spend. So sum of amount divided by count of amount of one or anything, right? And I need again to divide by 1.0. And if I do that, and let me do order by ratio as ratio, right? I need the highest one, right? Okay. Okay. So this city, Aradia had the highest one. Okay. So
So
I
we
can
have to
again
use
do,
descending, sir. Order by ratio descending.
right. My bad. We need highest, so I'm doing descending. So this Sonpur has the highest one. This is straightforward. It was just to check your date part thing. Okay, you can use date name also, but always remember the filtration or joins anything on integers is faster than string. So if possible, do on numbers, your filtration and joins. Okay, but if you date name also, you will get the right answer. Okay, let's move on to the last one.
Ankit, before we proceed, could you explain a bit more regarding like when we compare integers and the string, why integer would be faster?
Yeah, so see, there were two options we saw. We can say date part in 1.7, right? So here I'm doing a comparison of integer. So I'm saying this value should be equal to either 1 or 7, right? Another
Okay.
option is we could have done date name in Saturday, Sunday, right? This will also work, isn't it?
Yeah, it will work. Yeah.
But it will be slower than this one. Because here we are comparing with string. Saturday, Sunday is a string, right?
No, see, means character by character comparison will happen. Is it?
No, generally string comparisons are slower, right? Because see, integer is a kind of data type which database runs fast on it. String is a long, right? In general, I mean the filter or joins on in the numbers is faster than on strings.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I will just comment it. Okay, who was able to solve this question? Which city took least number of days to reach its 500 transaction after the first transaction in that city?
Sir, I have approached through, sir. I have selected all the column and put a row number over partition by city and order by date. And in
Okay.
another city, I have taken all the column where row number equals to 500 or row number equals to 1.
Okay.
And then again, I have taken a city where city, date, and rank, where rank equals to 1. And in another city, I have taken city, date, and rank, where rank equals to 500. And then done a join between that city, and then selected city, date, and date.
Okay. I understood. So most of the question you have solved is step by step in CT, right? Which is
Yes,
fine.
yes, sir.
Your solutions are fine, but what you should do now, try to improve those, right? How you can write in, you would have seen today how we have done it, right? In the
Yes.
lesson number of lines, correct? You don't
Yes.
have to do everything, but initially it is good actually. Your approach is good, but slowly when you solve more questions, you will start writing better queries. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So let's see how we will do this. So what we are saying that whenever first transaction was happening in any city, okay, and then when was the 500th transaction happened in any city, how many days it took, and which city took the least number of days, right? So let's start. Select star from credit card transactions, right? Okay. So now we have to find for each city first transaction and the 500. So what I will do, I will just say row number or rank, anything is fine. Row number over partition by city, right? Orders by transaction date. Right? Okay, so we have to reach the 500 transaction. I'm taking row number because row number doesn't repeat, right? So for one city, there can be multiple transaction of same transaction date, right? But I ultimately need 500. So that's why I'm using row number. Okay, let me show you what is the issue with rank. So it will be clear. Okay. Cool. So if you see, let me show you, we are doing city, right? And transaction date, we have distinct. So we could have same transaction date, right? Or no? Let me do order by city, transaction date.
I think we have to remove partition, right?
No, we have to take partition by, right? For each city we want. So within each city, I need how many days it took, right? Isn't it?
Yes, got it. But if you're doing partition by,
Yeah, we have to do partition by, right? So for Achalpur, right? This is the first
got
line.
it, got it, got it. Yes.
Okay, great. So I think we don't have duplicates. That's why it is all coming same. No, we have the duplicates. Okay, if you see here, right? For Ahmedabad, for this transaction date, I have multiple records, right? So rank
So
is
we
all
have
coming
to
same.
give it to transaction ID, right?
Yeah, we can use transaction ID as well. You're right. Yeah. Right. But transaction date is also fine because I'm doing a row number. So row number doesn't repeat, right? Okay. So what I can do, I can take row number, transaction date, and transaction ID. So transaction ID in our case is running number, so it is fine. In case it is not running number, then we might have a problem. But this is fine. Okay. So let me run this again. Okay, so I'm concerned till transaction 500 only for each one, right? So I will just filter on a transaction less than equal to 500. So let's see where it is. So for Achalpur, there are no 500 transactions, right? So let's see some city where we have 500 transactions. Okay, let's see Bangalore. So Bangalore, up. Okay, so if Bangalore reaching here, right? 500 transaction, right? So how many days it took? 500 transaction happened on 24/12/2013, right? And when was the first transaction? So 500 is on 2013 12/24, right? And let's go to the first transaction of Bangalore. Okay.
Transaction of overall city, or else it will be only for Bangalore.
For Bangalore, it is starting from 1, right? That's why I have done partition by one city, so that for each city it starts with 1.
Okay.
Okay. So the first transaction was on 2013 10/4. So whatever is the difference between these two, that many number of days it took to reach the 500 transaction. Now this
Wait.
difference we have to find for each city, and then we have to identify which city took least number of days.
Got it,
Right?
got it.
Got it right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, great.
So finally, we can do date diff, right?
Right, exactly. But we have to go get those in same row.
Yes, yes, yes. Got it, got it. Yes, yes. We have to
Right.
go find it.
With CTS this. Okay. Now what I will do. Why this
First, we have to filter all the 500 transaction, right?
right. So I will say select star from city where. Why this is giving me error? Okay, I have to give the column name actually as RN. Okay, fine. Where RN equal to 1 or RN equal to 500. Right? I'm interested only in these two rows, isn't it? Are you guys with me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I am interested only in these two rows for each city. I don't care about whatever else is there. Okay, it is saying order by clause is there in the subquery, so it is failing. I will remove this. Okay, so for Anchalpur, basically there is no 500 transaction. Okay, so we also need to filter out these cities as well, right? For example, for Ahmedabad, we have both the transactions. Right? So we have only two rows now maximum, either one row or two rows. Isn't it?
Got it, got it. Yes.
Wherever we have less than 500 transactions, we will have only one row. RN1. Wherever, whichever city has reached 500 transaction, right? For those, we will have two rows. So far, are we clear? So now from here onwards, there are multiple ways of achieving our result, right? Let's try one of them. But so far it is clear, right? Those cities which have less than one transaction, they will have only one row, Rn equal to 1. The city where we have those reached 500 transaction, they will have two rows for the first transaction and the 500. And that's what I have filtered, right? After this, what we can do, I can just say, so I need city wise, right? City minimum of what? Transaction date. And I can take max of transaction date. So min will give me, sorry, transaction date of first transaction, and this will give me max 500 transaction. Now in case where there is only one, what will happen? Min and max will be same, right?
Yes, sir.
So, but that is a problem. So what we can do, there are multiple ways of doing it. So I can put having count 1 should be 2. Right? So for that city, I should have two rows. So all these Adu, wherever we have only one transaction, will filter out, right? And wherever we have more than one, reach 500 transaction, those cities will remain, isn't it? Are you guys with me?
Sir, group by city, sir.
Sorry, group by city. Are you guys with me? We can
Yes,
even
sir.
say this will also work. We can say having is not equal. This will also work, right? If a city has only one transaction, minimum and maximum will be same. If I say not equal to, then this will also work, right? But this is more efficient, don't you feel? So we had only 12 cities which reached 500 transactions, right? Now what I need to find which city reached in the least number of days. So I will say date diff day as date diff, right? And if I run it again, I will get number of days, and least means order by descending, sorry, ascending, right? I want least, and I can say
Top one.
top one. Right? So which city should be?
Bangalore.
Should be Bangalore, right?
Bangalore, sir.
In Bangalore, people are spending a lot of money on credit cards. Okay. Good. Great.
Yes,
I
sir.
think all of these questions were really good, right? I never thought that when I was preparing all these questions, all of them will, test you on some or other skills.
I am confused on that. Having count 1 is equal to 2.
Okay, let's do this. I'll just remove this and put a count. Okay. So I will just take this here. Okay. And let's not keep this for now. Okay. And let me run this. Okay. Let me remove top one. Okay. So you see, wherever we have only one, so wherever there is no 500 transaction, there is only one row for that city, right? Because I have filtered what I'm saying, give me only the rank 1 and 500. So wherever 500 is not there, only one will be there. So there is only one row for those cities. So for wherever we have both the rows, the count will be 2, right? For Ahmedabad, we had two rows after this filter for rank 1 and 500 both, right? So this count is 2.
Okay.
After this filter, we have 2 rows for Ahmedabad.
Oh,
Count is 2.
okay. So that's why you're putting having count 1 is equal to 2.
Right. So that I don't need those which have never these 500. I don't care about them.
Oh,
right?
got it. Okay. So
Cool.
nice.
Okay, and I can just do top one.
Ankit, I had a question.
Yeah.
Is there any possibility of getting the difference of dates, right? I mean, the number of days, we can get it in weeks.
Yeah, we
Instead of
can
getting
do
in
week
days.
here.
Okay.
So we will get the difference in weeks. Right? So if I do this, so now we are getting in weeks. How many weeks?
Yeah.
12 weeks.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. This is not required. So the problem is number of weeks might be same for two cities, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So we have to go at the lowest granularity day. If day is also same, then that's a different thing. We have to see how to handle it, but the chances are less that days will also be same. So it took 81 days to reach 500 transactions for Bangalore.
If there is a problem statement that we want to eliminate those years which have a leap year, in that case,
Sorry, we have to.
We have to eliminate those records which have a leap year. I mean, 4 years we get a leap year, right?
Right.
February 29th. Yeah, so we want to eliminate those records which are having leap year. I mean, suppose 2008 is a leap year, so I don't want to get those records. I mean to
for the
exclude
full year, you don't want records, or for particular day you don't want?
particular for a particular decade. There is a 2 leap years, right? So we want to exclude those records which have leap year. I mean, 2004 was a leap year, 2008 was a leap year.
So that's what I'm asking.
so-
I understood, but what I'm not understanding, for the leap year, all the records you want to eliminate?
Yes. I mean, exclude it.
All
Only for the
so
leap year.
you don't want any record for 2004.
4 and 2008. Yeah. Over a
All
leap
the
year.
records will go away.
Yeah.
Okay. So first you have to write a user-defined function maybe to identify that if it's a leap year or not, right? So that function will be something like this. So you will define a function, create function, right? Function name you will give, and you will take input as a transaction date. Some date you will take, right? Input date.
Yeah.
So this will be input to your function, right? One date, and this will return yes or no. So you return integer. Let's say it will return 1 or 0. If this falls in a leap year, right? Leap year function, then it will return 1. If it doesn't fall, then it is 0. So if it is leap year, it will return 1. If it is not leap year, it will return 0, right? And then what you can do, you can put a where condition, where this end, and you will use this function and pass transaction date equal to 0, right? So if it is falling in leap year, it will not come, right? So you have to define a user-defined function here. You can write a logic how to identify if it is a leap year or not, and then you can use this in this filter condition, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that is how you will have to do. So there is no inbuilt function to find any leap year or not. So you can write a logic in your user-defined function and use it.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ankit. Thank you. Got it.
Yeah.
Ankit, you're doing where Rn is equal to 1 or Rn is equal to 500, right? So we
Right.
can directly use where Rn is equal to 1 and Rn is equal to 500. We can remove the tabbing clause, right?
Okay. Think about it. How does where function works?
It will give error, sir.
It will not give error. It will not give anything basically. Let me explain you. So you have city, right? And you have the Rn, right? So let's say Bengaluru. We have 2 Bengalurus, right? 1 and 500, right? And let's say we have 1 Aligarh. It has only 1. So now you are saying where Rn equal to 1 and Rn equal to 500.
500, yes.
Right? So when we were discussing where filter, what I said, where filter is a row label filter, right?
Okay.
So for the first row, it will check Rn equal to 1, yes. And Rn equal to 500, no. So this row will not come. How can Rn be 1 and 500 both for this row?
So or else we cannot use that between also. Yes, got it.
So between also is same, right? That is also row level. Where is a
Row
row level filter?
Okay, got it.
When we are on where, remember, we are looking at each row separately. It is not looking at the another.
Okay. So it will not take, right?
Yeah, nothing will be returned because Rn cannot be 1 and 500 both for a particular row.
Okay.
So it will go to this row. It will check Rn equal to 1.
Mhm.
And it will go because it is AND filter. Both conditions should satisfy. Is Rn 500? No. This row will not come. This row will also not come.
So we will not get any output, right? In between 2, 3, 4, it will come.
So this is very fundamental to where clause. That where clause runs row by row.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Great, guys. I think this is our last session. If we have any you want to have any doubt session, I can keep it in the future after a month or two, whenever you want. I will put one more project. You have to try yourself, and I will put solution also. So you have to try yourself. I think I hope you all enjoyed the training. You learned new things in SQL, and I think a practice of 1 or 2 months more, make you a master in SQL. What you should do is obviously projects. Also in data lemur, you will solve all the question. I will check if I can do something to give you premium. Thinking, let me know if I buy a premium. You all ID, right? There is no problem with that, isn't it?
I think in between your network is problem on your side. Your voice is breaking. Hello.
Are you guys able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Now you are audible.
Okay. What did you hear last from me?
You hear some telling something regarding data lemur.
Yeah. So what I was thinking, if I buy a premium membership of Data Lemur and share that ID with all of you, you can all use that, right? Okay. Okay, I will
Hopefully,
try that.
yes.
I can try that. So what you can do, you can just, what will happen? Let me open Data Lemur. Okay, let me share my screen first of all. Sorry, I think I need to share it again. Share screen. Okay. So if you go to Data Lemur, right? So what happens? Whatever you have solved, right? For example, how it shows if I have solved or not. Let's see this one. So basically, if you have solved it, the solution will show here. So what you have to do, you have to just go there, right? Remove the answer, right? Whatever is there from the other person, right? And start solving it, right? Because you all will be using the same ID, you will always see someone else solution here. So just come here, remove that, and start solving it. Okay. So I will just try to buy a premium membership for one of the ID and let's see how it works. And I will share on the Telegram group. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So I will put one more project, maybe in a day or two. Okay. And just after this session, just try to solve all the questions again. Okay. If you have solved already, just try to solve it again, with the efficient queries, maybe today or tomorrow without looking at the solutions. I will upload the solution on the portal, but don't look at the solution. Try yourself. Okay. So you have to do 3 things now. First is you have to solve all the assignment question first of all. Second, you have to solve Data Lemur. Third, you have to solve all the questions from my YouTube playlist. If you don't have link, again, I will share on the Telegram group. It has around 50 questions. Okay. So what I have done, I have explained the question first. Okay. And in the description box, you will find the create table and insert table script. So you can create those table, insert data, try yourself. Okay. If you are able to solve it, great. Otherwise, you can check the further video for the solution. Okay. So if you do all these 3 things, all the assignment, Data Lemur questions, and my playlist, that is it. You will not get any question other than those in any of the interview. You will be able to solve all the questions of any interview. Okay. be it Amazon, Google, anything. Nothing will come out from all these three things: assignment, data lemur, and my playlist. Okay, and this will be at least 1 to 2 months of effort next. Okay, you just do it. Any doubts? We will have one more doubt session. Not immediately, maybe in a month or two. Whenever you guys are ready, you guys have practiced enough and you have enough number of questions. Okay, are we good?
Hi, Ankit.
Yes, tell me.
This SQL covers only data analyst or data engineering also it covers.
So see, SQL is common. No matter it is data analyst, data engineer, SQL is common for everyone. There is no difference as such. Okay.
Okay.
It
Is
covers
cover
data
both?
engineering.
It covers both.
Yeah, right. Yeah, someone was asking something.
Yeah, Ankit, for data engineer, this much SQL is only needed, or some advanced topic are also there for data engineer?
No, we covered all the advanced topics. Nothing else.
Okay. So apart from that SQL part, other skills we have to gain for data engineer, right?
Yeah,
If we
this,
master
also,
this SQL.
this covers everything.
Okay.
Yeah. What it doesn't cover is, we talked about not much about PL SQL, which is like backend programming, right? We didn't cover that PL SQL code and all procedure and all. We just covered basics, because for data engineering or data analyst position, you don't need it. That is for backend programming for software engineers mostly. But basic we should know, that is good enough. And you want to learn more, you can always explore. But this course was focused on analytics, right? So yeah, it covers data analyst, data engineering, BI engineer, any role you give interviews in any company, everything I have covered.
So BI developer also, right?
Right. That's what SQL is same for all. BI, data analyst, for data science also same. I mean, for all the roles, data roles, SQL is covered. You will not have anything outside this. For data science roles also we have covered.
Yes.
So Ankit, in the real time, one person will be working on SQL part and the other one will be working on the BI tool, right? Like that, or is it one person has to work on many
No,
tools?
both will work. Both will work on same person.
Yeah, you should have both the skills. One BI tool and SQL both. For data analyst role, definitely. BI, data analyst, or any role actually. Actually, you should know one BI tool definitely, even if for data engineering positions.
Okay, so in the real time, first we are going to write the query, and after that we are going to convert the same into a BI tool, or how is it? How
So
is the
in real
process
time,
on it?
there are different use cases. Sometimes you don't have data in database. Let's say you have data in files, and you don't have a database, let's say, in your company to import data. So you can directly read into Tableau and do all your analysis and create dashboard purely in Tableau, right? Let's say you have database. What you can do some, calculations or some filters in database itself, so that you have the whatever required data only and get that into the Tableau or Power BI or BI tool, right? You can write custom queries, or you can create a view in database with all your filter and calculation and use that view in your BI tool. Or you can write a custom query also in your BI tool.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Yeah.
So it's a combination of both. There is no standard rule. It depends on what your organization has, what resources they have, right? And what skill set you have. Sometimes people are not good in SQL. They will do everything in BI tool. They are good with BI tool, right? So they will do all the things in BI tool. Some people are good in SQL. So they will try to push most of the thing in SQL, right? So it depends on
Is there
your skill
any
set also.
Yeah, Ankit, is there any data validation? Suppose we do it in Tableau, we are getting results there, right? So we are going to check it in Excel as well, or like doing pivoting tables,
Right.
and we are also doing the same in SQL part. So in the three, we are going to do data validations to check the results.
Yeah, data validation you can do any. So sometimes your data is huge. You can't keep in Excel. So what you should do, you should write a SQL and compare it with the Tableau, and you can do a test. If it is a small data, you can test with Excel as well. It depends upon your area of interest. Some people are good in Excel, so they will quickly drive that thing in Excel and test it in Tableau, right?
Yeah.
So
So what
yeah,
would be
again,
the end result? What would be the end result? Is it writing a query and getting the result, or we have to implement in BI tool? What would be the end result to the clients?
so again, it depends, right? So for the client, let's say you are building a dashboard, then definitely dashboard is the end result, right?
Okay.
Sometimes you have to share the result with the client. Just they want to do some analysis, one-time analysis. For that, you don't have to build dashboard and all, right? You can write the queries, put the result in Excel and share with the client, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So for one
Got
time,
you.
you are not going to build a dashboard and spend a lot of time. You can just do quick analysis, get the points from SQL and share that data in Excel.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Ankit. Got it. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Ankit, I have one more question for you.
Yeah.
So when it comes to performance optimization in interviews, what would be the best way to go about those things? Like, how do we come up with points when we are thrown at some random queries where they will ask us to look into how we can improve the performance when it comes to roles like data analysts or BIs? They can give us any random query and they can ask us, and we can't really implement indexes or things like that. So there will be very few things that we can focus on and those things. So what would be your best step on how we can basically understand how we can break it down? Like there will be a few CTEs, there will be a few subqueries, and we can have something like a minus function and things like that. So in that scenario, how do we start breaking it down and approach the issue? And how can we let them know what part of the query is going to take the highest amount of time and what can be done to resolve those issues?
Okay, I think you should start, explaining with explain plan. So when using index, we saw the explain plan, right? And in
Right.
the explain plan, you remember each step was showing the cost, that this step is this much cost, this step is this much cost, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we should check the explain plan and see where it is taking the maximum cost. Okay, and we can focus on that. Another thing is very important point is that we should filter data as soon as possible. So let's say I'm writing 5 CT 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and let's say I wanted data only for region West region, and I'm filtering that data in the end. Okay, so that is not the right thing. We should filter as soon as possible in the CT1 itself, right? So that for the further CTs, data will be less. You are getting it, Balaji?
Yeah, right, got it.
Right. The first thing is filter should be as soon as possible. So we should filter data as soon as possible in our data set, in the query.
Right.
Second thing is we should check the query plan and see where is the maximum cost. Third thing is we should check all the joins. So sometimes what is possible is we are doing a product join. We don't have a one-to-one relationship between two tables, and that might create a issue because we can have a lot of records because of product join, because of duplicates. So we have to aggregate the data first at some granularity at whatever we want the data and then do the joins. So we should check all the joins are proper or not, or do we have duplicates. So where condition as soon as possible, join all the joins we should check. We should check the plan, which step is taking more time or more cost. And we should focus on those steps, right? Apart from that, definitely indexing. So whatever columns we are using in filter and joins, we can always check if we can create index. If we can create index, then definitely we should create index and faster the performance. Yeah, you were saying something, Balaji.
Sure. So some tools don't really have the kind of IDE experience as good as MS SQL. Like something like Snowflake, it'll give you a very good experience in terms of explain plan. But when it comes to something like Oracle SQL, in those scenarios, their explain plan is really weird. So in those scenarios, I don't really find a lot of explanation on how those explain plans are put in. They have a lot of different details put in over there. So is there anywhere like we can refer to for some simplified things that we can look into, like the way right? Like if it's a string based function, then it'll slow down the processing or things like that. or if we have like a minus function, it could probably be also be used like with an inner join, which apparently comes with something like with a lot of experience in terms of the number of queries that we have dealt with in the past.
Yeah, again, these small things will definitely come with experience, but I can share some articles on the performance tuning. I think that will help.
Yeah, sure. That would be great. Yeah. Thank you so much for that.
So I have to share articles on this one. I'll just note it down. Okay. So you can just read them in detail and you will get a good idea.
Sure. Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ankit, I had a question that in the real time business scenarios, what would be the problem statement? Suppose where I'm going to implement self join, equi-join, and intersect operators like that. What would be the questions? Means what would be the questions we are going to get that where we are going to implement a self join, cross join, or intersect? I mean, like what kind of scenarios? Real time scenarios.
So
That,
So it is like all, so, okay. So whatever we have discussed, we discussed on the e-commerce data set, right? So these
Yeah.
are all, you can consider as real-time scenarios only, right? We have not
Yes, yes.
just taken some simple table and we are doing this course is, throughout the course, we have used this order data set, which is like a real data set, e-commerce data set, right? And we have,
Yeah.
talked about real problems. So these
I
kind of
mean,
scenarios, yeah.
what is the suppose? If there is something, okay, I want to add two tables, right? We are, I mean, for example, if I'm going to have a self join, right? So, what is the need of the business that we are going to use that self join? I mean,
So
what kind of?
self-join is simple. If you are referring to the same table, so for example, we have employee table, employee ID, and manager ID, right? So manager ID is referencing to the same table,
Yeah.
employee ID. So we have to do self-join, right?
Yeah. Likewise, the cross join.
Cross-join is give you a product, right? Like
Yeah.
you are not giving any join condition, right? So if you want, let's say you have a product table and you have a location table and you want all the combination of product and location, right?
Yeah.
You can just do a cross join. So for against each product, you will get all the locations,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I have added a YouTube video on the portal in one of the class where I have talked about cross join use cases. You can watch it.
Okay. Yeah. I will watch it.
Yeah. Also,
Okay.
what I will
Thank
do, I
you.
will create. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I will do, I will create one more folder in the course portal, and I will add some important videos which are there in my YouTube channel about the concepts, so you can just go through them as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Got it, Ankit. Thank you so much. Thank
Yeah.
you for.
Okay. Okay, guys, great. I will just appreciate that if you can leave a review. Okay, whatever you feel about the whole course. You can message me on Telegram also if you think something was missing, something can be improved, or whatever is your feedback. You can just post it on the Namaste SQL website. It will really help me, and whatever I can do better in the future, I will do. And I appreciate if you can all leave a review for me. Okay. Thanks, guys. And whoever want to join the Fab session, they can stay. Others can, yeah. Thank you so much. Have a good career ahead. I will definitely have another doubt session in a month or two so that you have practiced enough, and after that you are coming up with the doubts. Okay, Telegram group is always there. You can post your questions, someone will help you, otherwise I will respond, and we can be in touch always in the Telegram group. Okay. Great. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day, and whoever wants to join Fab session as well, they can stay back. Everyone wants to join Fab session. It doesn't make sense. It will waste your time. Same things I will be teaching, guys. There's no point joining the same session, right? You have the recording. It is for those who couldn't attend it. So I would suggest don't waste your time doing the same things again and again. You can always watch the recordings. If you are not able to attend any one of the classes or only one or two classes, then it makes sense. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense to attend the live session again. I will be teaching same things again. Okay.
Ankit, today's session was really nice. We got to learn new things. My point of view is that here, can we expect a new session from your end on this project discussion with a new data set for another new session here? I know that you've given us assignment, but we are expecting you to carry out our new session like this we had today for a new data set. For
Okay.
example, we did for the
So what I will do,
transaction thing.
yeah. So new project that I'm going to create will be on new data set, and whenever next we have the next doubt session that I'm telling, right, in a month or two,
Yeah.
that time we can discuss that.
Okay.
Okay.
I
But
mean,
you should try it yourself.
with the health data, it would be fine because nowadays more of the pharma clients are they are recruiting. So
Okay, so pharma
that's-
data set you are saying.
yeah.
Okay,
Health
I will
domain.
try something on pharma data set if I find. If you have some data set online, you tell me. I will download and create project on that. Otherwise, I will find it out.
Okay. So that's what. Can we expect a session like this we had today? I'm not talking about doubt session like this session with the pharma data or like that.
Okay, we can have that. That's fine. I will just
Okay.
plan it. Yeah, but you should try it yourself. I'm not going to do it immediately. So I
Okay.
will give you
Yeah.
some time, 2-3 weeks, a month. Okay, and
Yeah.
after that we can have it.
Yeah. Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
Ankit, I have one more question for you. Sorry about that. For the assignment solutions, all of the solutions don't have have been covered in like the next session after that. Like some of the questions which were difficult to people, I think those got covered. So would there be any chance that you would be able to upload like a video solution on how you went
I have
about the
uploaded all the solutions on the portal.
Yeah,
Like-
right. That the SQL file or the text file is available on the portal, but sometimes it gets tricky to understand what was the thought process behind a certain question in terms of why was this certain approach taken up.
Okay. Okay. What I can do add comments. Will that help?
Yeah,
On
sure.
the solution.
Yeah, that would help a lot. Yeah.
Okay, I will add the comments then. Yeah, fine. That is a good feedback. I will add the comments and upload all the solutions. Wherever there is a tough question, I will add the comments.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good. Thank you.
Great. Yeah. Okay, great guys. So do one thing. You ping me on the Telegram group. I will just let you know how to do it for the
Ankit, I
Fab
missed
set.
some of the classes in Subquery and joins and I in CT. So I want to attend that section. So shall I?
So it is the same thing I will be teaching again, right?
Yeah,
Why
I
don't
missed
you watch the
some of the
recording?
classes.
Yeah,
Okay.
recordings are there, right?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
So you
Fine.
don't have to wait for Fab, right? We have done the course.
Yeah,
You
I will
finish
try
it
to.
now.
I will try to.
Yeah, you finish it and start practicing question. Fab is
Yeah,
fast,
sure,
1.5 months. Why will you waste it?
Sure. Okay, got it.
Everything is there in recording.
So all the recordings, it was good, right? So I do not see that till now, so that's why I'm just asking.
All recordings are good. Let me know if you face any issue.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thank you.
Ankit, I want to Ankit, I want to ask you one thing. Which month would be that where the recruitment will be the highest? I mean, in the month of February or in the month of Jan or in the month of March? Which month is there any means? You have
I
any
heard a
idea?
lot of things like that. Nothing like that actually. I don't see any month has more recruitment or less recruitment. Nothing like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So you should be prepared, and you should be prepared. That's it. Anytime opportunity can come.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Ankit, hi. Ankit,
hello.
like I had missed some of the classes, like the joints and the city. So sure, we'll refer the recordings. So if I have any of a doubt, so is there any for possible to attend the Feb session for those classes?
Okay, so what we will do now, we have 1.5 month, right? From now for the, it is starting from Feb 14. So we have exactly 1.5 month. Okay. Whoever has missed the classes, just go through the recordings. Okay. If you have any doubt, put it in the Telegram group. Okay. After all this also till 10 Feb, if you think you need live classes, I will get you the enrollment for the next batch, right? Is that fair enough?
Yes, good.
So what you have to do, you have to watch all the recordings, do the assignments. Telegram group is there. You know, if you post the question, someone will respond. If not, I will respond. Okay. Work hard next 40 days. Okay. And then even if you think you need live classes, I will enroll you for free for the next session. Okay. Don't worry.
I think we will clever within this video itself for 95% sure.
Sorry, go ahead again.
I'm just saying that we can see that video, that the 95% we can see that video itself, so we can clear for the video itself also.
Right. In videos you will find everything. You have to be patient, you know, watch all videos one by one.
Yeah,
Don't
sure,
skip
sure.
anything. Don't think
Sure,
you know that,
sure,
you know
sure,
what.
sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Got it.
Okay.
Thanks. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, great guys. Have a great year ahead. I hope all of you get new jobs or whatever you are aiming for, good work in your current company. You know, I am waiting for the good news from all of you in the coming year 2023. You know, keep posting on Telegram group whenever you give interviews or you have some interview experience. It will help others, right? So yeah, keep in touch. Have a great year ahead. Thank you for joining the course.
One more thing, Ankit. So
Yes.
for all who are all attending the interview, so they will ask some questions, right? So you can post it in Telegram groups. So
That's what I'm saying. Yes. Whoever has
helpful for us.
interview, just post those questions on the Telegram group so that it will help everyone else.
Yes, got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Mukesh, just watch the video for the next 40-45 days. Okay, even if you are not able to understand, we can take you in the next live session. Mukesh, are you there? Okay, Mukesh is not speaking, only chatting. Okay, great. Okay, thank you guys. You have to do 3 things. I will just repeat all the assignment, 2 projects, data lemur. I will give the access. I will try premium access and my playlist. That's it. Nothing outside it.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Happy New Year in advance and great year. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Happy New Year.
To you, sir.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.